Hey Sarah, today I want to talk about the book I just finished. It's about this girl, and she's the daughter of a lord, and she has lovely red hair, and at the moment she has away from her castle, which is like her home castle, like her family's castle, and she's living in the castle with the king and his family, and one day they find out her father was a traitor, and they execute him, and now she's stuck living in this castle with this king and queen who are like conniving and evil, and she's trying to figure out, what their role for her is and if they're going to kill her, and she's engaged to this awful guy, and it's really exciting. So anyway, the book I just finished is called Enter Three Witches by Caroline B. Cooney. So I know I talked about in my Lurleen McDaniel video about how she was one of the authors that I started reading around the 6th grade who really made me start becoming a reader. But even more than Lurleen McDaniel, I give credit to Caroline B. Cooney for being the author that made me want to be a reader. Her Janie series, The Face on the Milk Carton, in those books, and like the rest of her novels, Janie series especially, but then also the rest of her novels, they're these mystery thrillers but written for teenage girls, and they've just got like just enough romance that it's really exciting but not like overwhelming in the plot, and they're just really great. And don't even get me started on the time travel series. So I hadn't read any Cooney books for a couple of years, but I saw this one and decided to try it out. And I picked up Enter Three Witches, which is actually a story of Macbeth. It takes place, during the events of the play, but it follows a couple of different characters, some of which are minor characters in the play, and some I believe are like non-canon characters that she sort of made up to tell a story. And it's one of those novels where you spend a half a chapter with one character and then it jumps, and you're following like 5 different storylines at once. So it always keeps things fresh and exciting, and you always get a cliffhanger between characters. And since I did listen to this one on audiobook, you couldn't skip ahead and cheat and find out what was going to happen, 20 pages later to the same character. So you have Lady Mary, who I talked about at the beginning, and she's trying to figure out what her role is with Macbeth and Lady Macbeth after her father had been murdered as a traitor. And you follow Fleance, who is a young lord, and he's trying to help along a rebellion that's happening and avenge his father's death. You follow a couple of the kitchen maids and kind of see what they're up to. One of them who is sort of involved with the witches that Macbeth goes and sees at the beginning of the play. I read Macbeth in high school, but I read it so I knew kind of like the basis of what was going on, but I was far enough away from it where I didn't remember all the details, and it still like left me suspended about things that if I would have just read the play, I should have known. It's kind of different because where you see in the play you see Macbeth as the main character, and I mean I don't think you're supposed to see him as the good guy, but he's the character that you're following, so you're supposed to sort of sympathize with him a little bit. This is from the people around him who he's kind of screwing over in his like quest for power. So he's very much not considered in any way a hero. Anyway, Enter Three Witches, but super interesting. Great like historical details, fun like Scottish wordplay. I definitely recommend it, and a fun little twist on Shakespeare if you're in the mood for that. Alright, talk to you later.